So in the last episode we managed to finish off our iron farm. We also have our beautiful starter island right here, and we need something to the side over here. Now if you watched the last video, which was obviously really disappointing with this farm right here, but it is what it is, I want to do a Mario mushroom type of thingaling chang skidanging biome. I'm not exactly sure what I'm talking about right now, but one thing is for sure, I have an idea inside my head that hopefully is gonna do well better than this one right here. So just like we have this bridge right here, that's the exact type of thing I want to do out here, because I want to do like a big connecting thing around, which I think could be really cool. Like the further we go, the more islands is like out here with the bridges connect. Oh man, it's gonna be so dope, man. So just like we have this bridge right here, that's the exact thing we gotta have over here, and then we gotta build like a little island as well where we can actually start working with the town. Now I'm just gonna build like a flat island because I'm not exactly sure how big I want to make the entire island. I'm gonna kind of go with the project as the project itself expands, so we'll kind of just roll with it slowly but surely. But this one right here, this should be extremely freaking epic, man. I'm really excited to get into it. Let's get our daytime going. Let's get down from this tree right here, and let's first off build this bridge, and then we gotta gather a bunch of materials, and I have none of the ones that I need right now, so this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, the amount of dirt that I'm gonna need for this build is literally insanity. I have unfortunately already ran out, and I'm pretty certain I have nothing left. This is coarse dirt, but still. Now basically what this means is that I just have to spend a bunch of time in my gold farm. It's not the worst thing ever. I can definitely work with it. I'm not too bad. I have a little bit of dirt right here, but I need this dirt to transform the gravel into coarse dirt and this, that, and the other over and over and over again. There's a lot of work to be done. Takes forever, but it's worth it in the end. I wish you could just buy dirt from villages, bro. Imagine if that was a real, but it's not. Oh, I have a little bit of, okay, okay, hold up, man. I got stuff around here. Never mind, I got stuff. Who's trading as well with bro right here. I'm managing to get a decent amount of emeralds as well. I got like almost 2 stacks, so I can buy a bunch of, I'm gonna need so many emeralds as well. Like the amount of emeralds I'm gonna need for this build is gonna be outrageous. We've got a couple of blocks round here and there, so we're going to take all that we can possibly take because we're going to be needing it. I'm pretty certain a couple of times before, but I suppose I can show you guys it again so you guys exactly know what I'm doing, because I'm going to be skipping over a bunch, and just so people don't call me a cheat or anything, I'll show you guys exactly the process of doing what I'm. So basically we're going to be smashing all these, like, I forgot my sword, but I'll go back and grab that. But basically we're just going to be smashing all these guys. We're going to be shooting a couple of arrows up to actually aggravate them so they're going to run inside. What's happening right here? There it is. So now they're all just going to be really freaking angry and just start running in. And if I do the same on this side over here as well, they're also going to get angry. And you can just look at this right here. It's just going to keep on falling down. I can literally just punch with my hand if I want to, but I'm going to go and get a looting sword. And then some of these guys drop swords and stuff like that. So if I just take this sword right here, I then throw it inside this chest right here. So that's going to then equal another nugget on top of the nuggets that I'm already getting from these guys right here. So I'm maximizing the process as much as possible. Then if we take all these nuggets right here, we just turn all of them into gold ingots. I just throw them to these guys in these boats right here. They will then every now and then give me some gravel. So it's going to take stacks upon stacks of gold, but it's not too bad, honestly. Like, with time, you get like a solid amount though. Let's see what this guy actually gave me. I'm not exactly sure what he gave me. Feels like he gave me nothing. I'm not sure what's going on with that. But anyways, that's basically the process. Oh, hold up, bro. You can hit me from there. Wild. We take the gravel right here, throw it inside here, and then if we take this dirt that we got right here, you then get a double up on the dirt you already have. That's the process. I'm going to be doing this for hours upon hours at this point probably, but worth it, man. This build is going to be so dope. I'll be buying a couple of swords from this guy right here so I can actually get a proper nice looting 3 sword. So then we can throw these guys in here, get a looting 2. We can then combine it with the looting 2 we already got right there. Can we get... Oh, I just accidentally took it. We get looting 3, unbreaking 3. So now that you're cautious about the fact that my levels have gone down, you cannot say, why is this levels this, that, and the other? Well, that's why. Alright, let me mess up some piglins. Oh wow, I should have lit that up, didn't I? That was a mistake. That was a mistake. Look how satisfying this is, bro. My god. My god, Brody. This is just nuts, man. My levels are gonna go probably so crazy as well. I've blown right past the level 100. I still got a bunch of leftover gold. This is the gold that's left over. This ain't just the gold that I have. This is what's left over after doing a bunch of trading. Still got a bunch of rotten flesh that I've been trading with these guys up here, but none of them are really willing to trade right now. I've been trading a little bit of gold. Actually, I've been selling them a couple of stacks of gold as well, just to try and get more emeralds. So if we go down to this chest right here, I'm starting to get a bunch of emeralds. I'm thinking I want to just try and fill this chest completely up with emeralds. I think that would be cool. But for now, we got a decent amount of coarse dirt that we can start working with on this island over here. So I think we just kind of get back to it. And if we have to go back inside the nether and do even more, I'll do that. But for now, I'm so over it. I cannot spend another second in there, bro. I am so done. So this is going to be much better to do. At least it's going to be a little break from it, man. Since the last clip, I've actually been spending a bunch of time doing a couple of different things that I want to show you guys. So first up here, I tried to get all of these guys right here to actually be able to sell the, let me just try and find it, this area right here with the weakness one. Now, none of these guys sell it. I've spent probably like, I don't even know, man. I think I might genuinely have spent like 16 stacks of emeralds or something like that, like an enormous amount. Maybe there were 16, like enormous amount of emeralds, like way too many. None of them are selling it to me. I'm gonna try that again another time. Up here, I have now decided to extend. So instead of having one of these, I now have 2. I have prepared 3 villages right here with, I throw it right there. That should be the triple grid dribble right there. So as soon as these guys are now transformed into normal villages, what I want to do is I want to upgrade these guys until they sell me some diamond tools. Inside right here, I'm going to build a little platform that I can then put these mushrooms on and grow and then chop down using the silk touch axes so we can actually start working on the island. And then I'll just extend this platform a little bit, grow up a bunch of these mushrooms right here, and then from that get all the stems, get all the mushroom stuff, and then we can finally start working on the island. But of course we need these villagers to actually turn into zombies. Wow, nice one. We need these zombies to turn into villagers so that we can get the tools that is needed for the specific work. The rest of them I'm just gonna make farmers so we can have this pumpkin trait right here for 1. That's gonna be massively helpful, man, so we can just extend our pumpkin farm, go even freaking crazier, and basically from pumpkins we're gonna have straight up unlimited emeralds. Although we already have it, you know, we can have it to an even bigger extent, and I can even sell some gold as well because the gold farm in there is massively OP and it's gonna give me everything that I need. So this should be pretty straightforward. I just need to wait for these guys. Yeah, that'll do. Unbreaking 2, that will do, bro. I'm done. It takes forever to do this, bro. I hate doing that. So let's quickly unenchant this book right here. We need 1 more book. Guess we'll just have to do that. Let's grab 2 Unbreaking 2 books, throw both of them into there and make it Unbreaking 3. Then let's unenchant this axe right here and let's throw it in. combined with the unbreaking and as well as that the sit touch, and I did the wrong axe, whatever. Then this champion right here says me the efficiency 5 books, which we can then also throw in here. Let's make sure we do the right one this time. So we got efficiency 5, unbreaking 3, and a silk touch. Now I could be mistaken, but I do believe if I do this and I do that, this means that I can now grow these. Maybe I have to remove these right here. That's a no. Wait a minute, I just realized something that might be possible. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. I forgot about that part. I absolutely forgot about that part, but that's dope. Okay, so now I need to try and get a whole bunch of just extra small mushrooms. This even got fortune on it, and unless I am mistaken, which I could be, but I believe fortune actually helps on mushrooms. And then of course with our beautiful silk touch we can then get the stems. Now that's 5. This one is gonna take a while, bro. It's gonna take a while, but you know what? Yeah, I'm happy. I am absolutely okay with it for now, bro. This is gonna be delicious, bro. This is gonna be delicioso. I also have a couple ideas to actually make this process easier, so I don't have to get a million stems. But I'll just need a little bit of time still. Okay, so, oh wait, I was about to say, so red mushrooms does not want to grow, but they do. They just taking their time. That's okay, I guess. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, this is a very good thing. At least now we can actually get on with the project itself. So I'm gonna grab a bunch of this extra chorus dirt I have lying around here. So one of the first things I want to do is actually, there's this middle island right here. There's something that I want to do with this, and I'm gonna try and see if I can do 1, 2, 3. I think maybe a 3 tall might be the choice that I'm gonna go with, because I don't want it to be all that tall, but I also do want it to have a slight bit of height. Let's add another layer. Yeah, let's add another layer right here. I think, you know what? I think 3 is the perfect size for it. So then basically what we want to do is we want to extend everything around here, and I'm going to use cobblestone to save some of this coarse dirt since that's much harder to actually get. Okay, this right here will be the outside of it. So I can do a little pattern where I do this and a 1, 2, 3, and then on the other side I do 1, 2, 3 as well. So 1, 2, 3 and a 1, 2, 3, which in the end should turn out to be, oh, forgot this right here, but in the end this should turn out to be a circle like this. And then with all of that I will just have to add a layer to extend it up 1 taller, and then last but not least I'll have to do it 1 more time and then just extend this all the way out. That leaves us with a little island inside the island, I suppose. And this is where I want to build the main hub of the island, the main tower, the main mushroom, whatever type of word you want to come up with for it. That's what this one is going to be. It's going to be decently huge, nothing crazy, but it's still going to have a rather solid size. And then outside right here, all the way around, is where we're going to build these small village houses.
Depot on the beat.
I've been gathering a decent amount of stems at this point right now. As you can see, I have a bunch of materials laying around right here. I even have a chest as well over here filled with just materials that I'm just gonna absolutely go to war with. I tried to do a couple of time lapse and stuff like that, because a lot of times when I get like a bunch of materials in a short amount of time, people will always be like sussed up by the fact that I've gotten so much, not realizing that I've sat here for hours upon hours grinding for materials. This one now wasn't too long. I was just sitting there watching Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition, bro, and it was just a great freaking time just flying through getting all these materials right here. Quickly, what I want to start off with before I go way too far into the build is trying to get the outskirts of this build down. I'm kind of thinking a time lapse will probably do better for this than me trying to explain it and go through it, because this is probably going to take like an hour. I really couldn't figure out what I wanted to do for the top of this build right here, so I went into a creative world and tried to mix around a little bit of difference between the red terracotta and just the casual red mushroom. And I'm gonna stick with the red mushroom because I feel like the red terracotta is just a little too dark. I just don't like that it's a much darker red, where this is very light red, and I prefer the light red. What my idea is, I think that I want to just use this red mushroom, but I want to mixture in a couple of like white spots around. And I'm either just going to try and get a villager that actually sells me white terracotta, or I'm just going to use quart blocks. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm definitely want to start working on the top of this and see what type of things we can do. Maybe it's a good idea to get a few more stacks than just 1.5 stack before we get up there. That is, it's probably not gonna cut it, man. So satisfying and so quick to get though, man. I actually really like just chopping these down, man. Like, it is really satisfying. Alright, that should plenty do it. That's what, basically 5 stacks. Damn, that was quick, bro. That was what, minute maybe? Minute and a half probably? That ain't too shabby, bro. Try and make our way in here. That's a perfect amount of dirt. I think I'm gonna start from here. In terms of how big it's gonna be, I want it to be somewhat decent size, but definitely nothing that is what you might consider like crazy over the top. Actually, we should probably use stems for the bottom of it. That would probably be the best shout. So if we do this right here with a stem 5, so it's a little bit bigger than the house itself. Could we do it like that? Actually might be solid. Yeah, that might actually be solid. Okay, so then what we do is another one for the 6. So the 6th one is gonna be the red mushroom. So if we add that to each side, I think it's definitely gonna be like a really big top of the tree, but that's kind of also what I want it to be. And then what I want to do is I just want to go in like this from side to side, so we have the outskirts like that. That seems good. Then I suppose a little nap is required. See, let's start off by removing that, because I might actually want this inside right here to be open. So then for the outskirts of it, like, I need to I think I want to do something like this, where I go 1 2 up. Only annoying thing is if you misplace something, you have to change a bunch of things because it turns into that ugly looking thing. But if we do a double all around, I suppose I can just kind of use quartz to like block out, so I don't have to worry about all of it changing too much. So then that's a double. Then here, I think now is when I make it a single instead. We can always change this up, and I'm not really exactly sure what I'm going with right here, so this is more of a test run, I suppose. Unless it turns out good. More than likely it won't, though. Add another layer on top. Is it now that I just kinda... I really want to go down and see, but also it's annoying to get back up here. I don't even have a water bucket. I'm kind of scared if I can even make that jump. What if I just fall in right there? Okay, I'm good. Alright, I'm good. Bro, it could be bigger. The top could actually be bigger. Looking at this, bro, it doesn't even feel all that massive. Because that was a 5 plus a 1, so that's a... Bro, I almost feel like doubling it. So it's a 12 instead. There's actually something to that, man. There's definitely something to maybe doing that. I need to get a bunch more red mushroom blocks, but I could do it. You know what? I think that's worth it. That does it for the top of the build for the moment, but it's nowhere near what it's supposed to be at the moment. It still looks really boring and plain, and I got a couple of materials right here that I think might change things up at least a little bit for the time being. So right here, I want to just build up like this and have it hit... Okay, so that was wrong. I mean, right here is where I want it. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. I was doing it correctly the first time. What are you on about? Wait, that was wrong again. So it was right there. Never mind. Okay, you know what? Woo, alright, we are re-rolling right now. We are absolutely rolling. Nah, it was right the first time. Gotta stick to your guns, man. You know you've done it right the first time. Never try and change it up, because you always somehow manage to actually do it wrong, even though... whatever. Gonna just have a simple stairway. Oh, nah. I was about to say, that's the perfect amount, man, but I literally needed one more. Then up here is where we're gonna start reaching out. So what I want to do is I want to get a couple of spruce doors and then remove these right here. And I think I'll probably have to replace these and obviously that one. And then if we throw in the door right here, then I want to take the spruce slabs and I just want to go a little way out. Have it be something like this seems perfectly fine to me. Then what I want is I want a door in each room in here. Well, each corner, not room, each corner. Like that, we now have a door on each. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We go 5 out on each side. Then as well as that, we extend on all the sides when we do manage to get out and then connect it to this one over here. Then we need to add a couple of extensions all the way around to make it look a little bit more proper. So then what I want to do is I want to throw down fences all the way around. So it is a slight bit open, but it's not really open. That makes sense? I think it makes sense. I kind of work with that actually. That seems cool to me. Can't believe that this almost cost me 2 stacks of fences, bro. That's insane. But at least right now it looks pretty cool. Then I think I want to add like lanterns and stuff in here. But for the first step, this is solid. I suppose this door right here is going to be a fake door because I will have to be able to go up. So that might be what I have to do right here. Alright, this is cool. I'm liking this. Is so huge, bro. This is... I think making it this huge was absolutely a move, though. Like, that was a move. I think that was needed, man. That was well done. I have been thinking of maybe adding a layer at the bottom right here that goes a step in, potentially. But I'm not exactly sure about that yet. But I do think that could look really cool. Exactly what I'm thinking is... let's try and go up here. Then if I place this down and I do... and it doesn't even mess it up, that's perfect. Then basically what I do is just something like this. All the way around where I go... some steps in. I think when you look at that from the bottom of the build, it's gonna add an insane amount of texture to it. I think it really is gonna make a huge difference. Even though it might not necessarily look like a big deal, I think when you do start to look up at it, it actually might be extremely worth it. I don't know why I'm not just going up here doing this. This is gonna be way easier. Okay, so let's try and work on these sides of the build. Okay, so let's try and work on these roots of the mushroom itself going down. It is obviously like kinda not the most you can do with this, but trying to add something to it, I feel like could be something at least. You know what I mean, right? See, the thing is that I really don't want it to be too much, right? Like, I want it to be just a somewhat solid, but nothing over the top. Even that one feels like it's too much. I'm gonna just keep it as this for now. I think I'm more than likely gonna change it up later, but for now, I'm just gonna stick with that. But I could definitely see myself changing that though. And what I want to do is I want to build like a little stairway up here. And I do think dark oak is actually working in nicely with that. Just a simple little thing just like that. What I really want to do is when we come towards the end of this town itself, since I'm gonna start trying to build out and work on the town, and then something like this is something that I want to come back to. I just kind of wanted like the main middle build to be there, and then now I can kind of like explore a little bit out and see how the little towns around is gonna be, and then finish this off later on, because this wasn't meant to be completely done now. It's just kind of meant to be like a starter so that we can really get into building these dope ass different colored houses. And as soon as we get those bunch of different color houses, it kind of can like make this look a little bit like, I don't know, we'll see how it mixes and matches together, because this is nowhere near done. But yeah, I definitely want to make sure all the ground is puzzle at the end. I genuinely personally like puzzle, and I know most people absolutely hate puzzle and think it's the worst block ever, but if you ask me personally, I actually don't mind it. And especially for a build like this, where this is supposed to be like a mushroom swampy type of biome, puzzle is gonna work in absolutely incredible. Now, just like we did over at this island right here, right, where especially when you consider chorus dirt, like chorus dirt is just not that great looking, so the puzzle actually does a massive difference over here, like a massive difference. Like you can see, I took the puzzle away right here to get some of those puzzle blocks over there, because you know, now we got the finally silk touch. I used the axe, but you know, should probably actually get a shovel now that I think about it. But just even having this not be this, it just makes it look ugly, in my opinion. Yeah, you can see I definitely need to light up so stuff like that doesn't happen, which is why I've also went over and grabbed a couple of lanterns as well. Not gonna lie, that was pretty smooth. That was pretty smooth, man. I gotta give myself credit for once. Let's actually try and do a small little house and see what type of theme we want to go with the houses. Yeah, I don't even have enough materials to finish off this first little build right here. I really gotta get to work. This is a whole game changer right now. There's spawned cows, there's spawned horses, I even see a sheep over there, and a chicken. So I think it's due to the grass, which is really cool. I'm gonna assume that also means that wandering traders are gonna be able to spawn. Now, I was trying to do the wandering trader over there, but I think it's simply due to the fact that it's not grass. I couldn't exactly tell you if that's the case or not, but we got animals now, so we gotta make some animal pens. It's also gonna fill out the whole island itself a bit more. This is pretty crazy, actually. I did not expect this to actually happen. That was not the reason I did it, so I'm really happy about that. I don't really need the biggest and most grand animal cages, I just need a couple of small ones. I did not plan for this video to take like, what, I think like 60 Minecraft days or something like that to build this island right here. I've spent so much time on it. I've really had fun. I've really enjoyed it. I'm really hoping I can get another little chicken out here so we can actually start breeding chickens as well. Everything looks really wonderful and just awesome, and the grass adds so much to the island itself. Like, it's actually insane how much the grass actually does for the island itself, for sure, man. But sure, I could have done so much more to the island right here. I don't want to spend too much time on it because I want to get onto other projects. I have so many ideas to things that I can do. What I also want to do is I want to keep the island as it is now, and then I think with time I could just like slowly but surely add like a couple things to the island itself, you know. I think, in my personal opinion, a build is never ever complete. Like, a build is never complete. You can always do more to it, for sure, but I really like how the island is going. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I think it would be really cool, like, you have villages over here and stuff like that. We have so many villages as well. Like, if I just run through my little island right here, and I go over to the place where we started building our iron farm, like, look at how many villages it's inside right here. There's literally like so many villages, it's insane. Like I could just build like a little pathway and have them actually go over to the village and then just kind of block the village off. But I have to make sure that this thing on top here is completely lit up as well though before I could do that. Which maybe I have an interesting idea for that actually. I think in reality that should actually completely do it, man. So just a couple of glow lanterns up there, no glow lanterns, glow stone up there, which was a pretty easy get just from the villagers over there. I've already gotten a bunch over time. I've been spending so much time trading with so many villagers, so we have so many things, which is just great, man. I've had a lot of extra materials from these builds. Yeah, it doesn't even ruin the aesthetic of it as well. I think that's really, really cool, man. But this village, it looks really, really cool, man. I think I should get the villagers over here though. I think that is like, I cannot just leave this video without giving the last little bit of life to this area, right? It definitely would mean that I have to do a couple little details extra. I definitely need like a gate right here so they actually can't get through. That's probably it, honestly. Maybe I throw in like a couple of lanterns around here and there, just, you know, for the casual safety and stuff like that. Like, even though this place is pretty solidly lit up, I don't think it can ever be too lit up though. You know what? Let's get the villagers over here. Okay, we got a few villages over here now. I gotta remove this thing right here. I don't know why I did this. I thought this would be like the best way, but you know what? That wasn't really all that successful. We did it. We tried it. It is whatever. We're gonna move on from that. We got a couple villages over here now. I got a couple of houses. I'm just gonna fill bits in like basically all the houses so that the more bits is inside the village, basically the more villagers will get over time, right? So I'm gonna make sure I throw in a quadrillion pieces of bread. I'm just gonna keep on buying bread and then throw, and then with time this village is gonna be completely filled up with villagers. But other than that, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. If you guys have any ideas of anything you want me to do to improve this village, we can do a spin-off episode of improving this village or anything like that if that's something you're interested in. So other than that, have an absolutely incredible day. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to hit that like button. It means so much to me. Thank you all.